So I tried. I really did try to move Kadlets onto another Danish club, but there's just no offers for him. And I think, unfortunately, his wages were just the main issue. So eventually I had to offer him out. He's moving over to Zurich. We also accepted a bid from Mulder, but he's chosen Zurich instead for £1.6 million. So it's at least more money to go in the transfer kitty. I don't know when it go through. It go through in January, so that should give me some more money to go looking for regions in January anyway. He was complaining. He said he wanted to leave. I couldn't do anything about him to get him to stay, so he is off. Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Building a Nation with FC Midtjylland. If you guys are still enjoying this series, do be sure to hit the like button. That'd be superb. If we could get 500 likes on the video, that would be bloody gorgeous. Now, we've had a few more fixtures than we did in the last episode, which is why we're going to jump straight in. We've had a massive set of games and some massive occurrences. So I will just get into this and I'll join you guys in a sec for the game away at Benfica. Sing, Olsen could turn, Olsen could score. Lovely goal from Midtjylland. First shot on target of the game, and we have the lead. But Odense won again. We're really having to chase them. Step up to take the penalty. Slots at home, and we're 2-0 up against AGF. Lovely old job. 2-0, and we're starting to get a little bit of a... We're going to have to chase them down. Oh, we managed to slide that in from a ridiculous angle. 3-0 Midtjylland. Pione Sisto's 5th of the season, and we are flying in today's game. Maybe a big win for once. Well, there we go, 3-0, another solid performance from the youngsters, and we're coming for you. For Olsen, can he slip it across for someone he needs to? He does. Sobby's the man. Of course he's the man. Top scorer Ramadan Sobby gets his 9th of the season, and hopefully he'll be into double figures soon. I think he's going to be top scorer this year at this rate. Olsen's ball. Sobby's in there again. Not quite. Olsen. Sobby this time, and it is now 2-0 Midtjylland. Sobby's grabbed himself his 10th goal already. He does love scoring in competitions that aren't the league. Oh, what an absolute belting strike from the man. What about that? Morten Foged with the goal, and it's 2-1, amazingly. So for Sobby, back for Novak. Ball across, Willemsen's header, and that is 3-1. And I feel like we could have as many as we want here, and we really should get some confidence into these players. Willemsen's first of the season. Olsen's ball out by Sisto. Oh, he's got a good touch, though. Now it's cross time. Ball back in. Sobby at the back post, and it's a hat-trick for Ramadan Sobby. It's 4-1 Midtjylland after 26 minutes. Sobby's running riot today. God, look at the space for Sisto again. Pulls it across, drops it down, and it's in the back of the net, I think, from Willemsen. And no, it's a Brun own goal. 5-1 Midtjylland now. Through for Sisto, poor angle, cuts back inside, shot, saved, Sobby, somebody. Oh, it's putting off, I think it's gone in off of Willemsen, deflected, and in. It's 6-1 in the first half. Willemsen with 2 of them now. You probably will, you know. Willemsen! And that is 7-1. Willemsen now with a hat-trick. 2 hat-tricks in one game from different players. I've not had that for, I can't even remember how long. Over the top. Foged's in again, and he's actually made it 7-2, incredibly. We left ourselves a little bit open there while trying to go for a few extra goals, but there we go. Well, there we go. 7-2. It's going to be a real contest for who gets man of the match. And it goes to Malcolm Willemsen. Well done, you. Ball in, and Otterson saves it. Oh my goodness, he's dropped it, and well, Sakibo puts it over the line, and we have the lead here and start to close that gap over OB. But if they win today, it stays big. Needs a ball in. Cruz is in there, and it is 2-0 Midtjylland. Juan Cruz with his 3rd goal of the season. It's good to see the lad getting a run out a bit more and getting some goals for us in the league. Box now. Whips it across. Sisto's in there, and it is now 3-0 in the first half. We really are tearing teams apart over the last couple of matches. We get on the end of this now. Ball in. Oh, not quite. Julian's in there, though, and it is 4-0 in the first half. Mikael Julian with the goal this time, but Obi are winning away. They're still going. Well, there we go, 4-0. We also missed a penalty, but that's a really good result, and we're still bearing down. Oh, and Aguero's put it in. We're still considered for bloody free kicks. Corners we seem to have sorted out a little bit now, but free kicks, still a problem. Here. Olsen, round the side for Sing. Sing's through. Sing has scored. It is Midtjylland 1, Manchester City 1. We just missed a golden opportunity, and now we are level here. Wow. Yes! Against all the odds, we have got a draw. We actually could have won that. Sisto missed an open goal at one point. I must say, we did ride our luck at times as well, but what a point. Ball in. Sisto, and it is 1-0, just when we need it. Novak's cross, Sisto's goal, and we have the lead that closes the gap to 5 points. Oh, look at that, lovely spread from Cruz. Round the side for Kerinen. Kerinen is through, and it is 2-0 now. And Kaan Kerinen with his 2nd goal of the season. His last one was a belter, but we're 2-0 up now and cruising. Olsen to step in. and scores. It's 3-0. We really are putting teams to the sword over the last couple of games in the league. Domestically, it's great to see us back in this kind of form. Well, there we go, 3-0. I think what's happening is we're just belting teams out the park in the first half with that high intensity play, and as the game wears on, it calms down. I think that's what's happening. And it's another free kick goal conceded, and we trail at home against Copenhagen, which would be good for them, I suppose, in terms of them closing the gap. But again, free kicks. Olsen, can he slip it through? Goes out for Römer. Bit more space, ball in back post. Royer, the forgotten man of the team, Daniel Royer. First appearance of the season of any sort, and he scored and levelled things up for us. Brilliant stuff. Won it back though. Cruz, and that is 2-1 to Midtjylland. Juan Cruz with the goal, Sobby with the assist, and we've got the lead in a game that we really do need to win to keep us in that title race up the top. Well, there we go. Just a good game in general. We've come from behind to take the victory. That basically makes it a 2-horse race at the moment, but it's good to see Copenhagen at least being more competitive. So we are back, and as you can see, we are second in the league still, 5 points behind Odense, who have still had a good run, but they did lose at Aalborg, which has given us a chance. If we win both games in hand, we will go above them, but it's still nice and tight at the top, and that is more like it. It's nice to see a team really taking it to us in the league this year, and Copenhagen have, they're certainly looking stronger, and I feel like they will probably get third this season, and we'll get a much stronger group in Europe next year, which is fantastic. But we can't go any further without talking about getting a draw at Manchester City. It bloody happened, and fact is, before we got the equal, I mean, we conceded a goal from a free kick, which was just like, one of those annoying things. If we could sort that out, we'd just be so much better, but I still have... If you've got any ideas of a free kick tactic that you've seen or you use, do let me know for defending them. We're fine at scoring them, but do let me know about defending them. I'm up to that point now. Corners, I think we've got sorted. I tweaked a couple of little things in corners. I realised I had too many players back in the box, which is weird because that's not the tactic I actually apported originally, and I think it's got messed up somehow along the way. But we've managed to fix it, I think. We haven't conceded a goal from a corner this month, so that's good. But against City, Sisto had a chance to equalise right before we scored, and it should have gone in. It was one of those bombs at the back post where there's a huge gaping space and he's just put it straight at the keeper. But then, almost immediately after that, straight after, highlight, Harmeet Singh goes through and it's 1-1, and we managed to hang on. I think we just have City's number with that tactic. We just seem to be so strong. Now, I don't know how well we're going to do against Benfica. We looked good against PSG with it last year, but we've got a point and it helped our coefficient. But other teams in other countries have done well, so I really want to get a good run this season and at least try and get us up into 15th place so we can get that extra Champions League spot. That's really imperative. For as long as we can get above Croatia, then that is just so important. But if we can get third in the group, it means we can get ourselves into the Europa League and a potential opportunity to get some more coefficient points. Looking at the way the squad is shaping up, Sobby is still top scorer with 11 goals. Sisto has 7 goals, 7 assists. Really nice spread. Kadlec has got 4. Juan Cruz, who's come in and done really well, has also got 4. Olsen with 3. A nice spread of goals, and that's because we're rotating the squad so much. So much so that Nikolai Kirk, a player who's played and started 11 games this season, came to me and said he wasn't getting enough first team football. I mean, what? But there you go. That's just how it is. Royer also, despite scoring in the last game, I think it was, is probably going to leave because he's complaining and he's too far down the pecking order at the moment. And I feel like we'll try and move him on. Kadlec is going to be moving to another country, unfortunately. There's nothing we could do about it. No Danish clubs were interested in him, even for free. But that's just how it is. I think it's because his wages were too high, and Royer might be a similar case. But as the league gets more money, we should be able to get around that, particularly as in the future we're only going to be selling them the younger players rather that we don't need, that aren't just going to quite make it, rather than like dead wood type of players, and that's good really. As for assists, Munksgaard has got himself 11 assists this year. He's fallen off a little bit, but I've rotated the squad a little bit more, given him more chances to do that. Now, Sisto what's spotted mean? Unhappy with the shoot. Oh yeah, that's because of the whole Nikolai Kirk thing. They all 7 players came and complained when I said that I wasn't going to give him first team football straight away because he's getting it. But there you go. Fortunately, Novak's suspension means that we're going to have to play Munksgaard at left-sided wing back and get Römer over on the right. But Römer's a good player. He's just not got fully fit, and neither Sisto really, because unfortunately Sisto got food poisoning and missed the last game. But I don't know if having him in the... What other choice have we really got? Did we put Juland in there and bring Sisto off the bench, maybe? I think that's the best approach. Oh, hang on, we're going to be playing this tactic, aren't we? Okay, let's move this around a little bit. So we'll get Sisto off and get Sobby there and get Juland in there. So Sobby and Juland, Olsen and Singh, Sparv, Munksgaard, Sakibo, Hansen, Römer and Darlene. I'm still not fully happy with this tactic. I think there's ways we could improve it. I just haven't quite decided what yet. But we're going to do what we did in the game against City and see what happens. This tactic seems very capable of getting us 0-0s and keeping relatively good defensive lines, but I'm a little bit worried about this Benfica lineup because I've not played against this formation before. Well, not in this save anyway. So I'm a little bit worried about how we're going to do at getting around that. And bear in mind, Benfica have actually won both games so far in their group. and are doing a bloody good job of it so far. So I'm a little bit on the worried side, but we're going to start, we're going to go counter, we're just going to do our best and see what happens in this game, basically. Hopefully we can continue playing well with this tactic, like we did against City, and maybe have a chance at nicking something here. If we got another point in this game, that would be an absurdly good result, and would really give us a chance if we could get a home win against Celta Vigo. That's the key game in this group, is going to be the home game against Celta Vigo. Sing. Into the box. Hansen! Yes! We have the lead in Portugal. Kian Hansen with this tactic, and now, my goodness. I know it's very early days, but if we were to somehow win in Portugal, that would give us a massive boost. And not only that, it would give us a huge boost to the coefficient as well. And that is really, really important at this point. If we could somehow... Anyway, 2 minutes have played. Let's not overdo it, shall we? Not a word of a lie, guys. That was the only highlight of the entire first half. It has just gone zup. And so I'm probably not even going to show that because nothing happened. We're still leading 1-0 in Portugal. I mean, Juland is the only player that's really having a weak game, and I'm a little bit worried about that. But that does mean we can switch Sobby over there in the second half, maybe, and get Sisto on the right to give him a bit more of an oomph in this second period. But if we can hang on... Wow. I'm going to make the change now. And the reason I'm going to do that is because firstly, Juland is playing appallingly, but also as we're actually doing very, very well down this right-hand side. They're doing better, but we're doing reasonably well down here. And I just wonder if maybe us putting Sisto in there, give us a better option over on that right-hand side of the pitch, might just give us a chance. I tell you what, if we can somehow avoid conceding twice in the second half, even a point away at Benfica would be superb. But you can sort of see what I mean about this tactic now. There's potential in it. For these really tough away games against these sort of sides, I feel like there's real potential in playing such a deep, defensive, but spring on the counter-attack type of tactic, and it seems to be working today. We've done okay. Possession's going back a little bit. We're still not doing too great there, but we've actually had more shots and more shots on target than they have. Still don't think we're going to win the game, though. I feel like there's going to be a... Uh-oh. Oh, no, I thought it was Samaras. Renato Sanchez. Watch out here. Jonas, that's a goal. Great save from Darlene. Gaetan. Oh, he's going to go around. Don't foul him. Don't foul him. Oh, crap. Let them thump it from range. We've got a lot of players in this area. If we concede now, I'll be very disappointed. We've got everybody set and ready to defend here. And we shouldn't really be able to concede a goal. Oh, here we go. That's a goal. Oh, Douglas Coutinho with the goal. It's Benfica 1, Midtjylland 1. We're doing our best. And the thing is, this tactic does seem to have some legs to it. You know, they're a much better side than us. Bear in mind, this lot went to Manchester City and won at the Etihad. So they're certainly no pushover by any stretch of the imagination. So for us to even be at 1-1 with them in this game is a massive shock. Okay, next change is going to be Olsen off because he's, well, woeful on the old fitness levels. Sobby is also, but Pusic is just not a reasonable replacement, unfortunately. Oh, God, right. Let's just try and identify any weaknesses in there. I mean, look at this. They're definitely going down this left-hand side a lot. And I do wonder if... We've got no, that's not going to work, is it? I just wonder if switching these two over and making him the box to box and him the advanced playmaker, get him on the box to box, just because that way we'd have the box to box player on this side of the pitch. And I wonder if actually I might just keep seeing on support for the rest of this. Go away, silly menu. Go home. You're drunk. I wonder if just having the supporting box-to-box midfielder on this side of the pitch might not be such a bad idea. And maybe just dropping Munksgaard on to defend here for the second period. Because we're going down the right anyway. And maybe doing that. That way Sparv is on that side. Maybe making him an anchor man as well, just to give us that little extra. I know that's going to make us a little bit worse attacking, but we're not really bothered about that at the moment. It might just give us a little bit more support over on that side, where players can get out and try and make those blocks, basically. It's the only thing I can think of is just get more bodies in that area of the pitch, so they can't get so many crosses and complete passes from that wing. Get Munksgaard out there, staying back, and just prevent them from getting in behind us. But oh, please not a corner goal. Fuck's sake. Alright, we did change some stuff about the corners, but it hasn't worked. It's a work in progress. We've played well today. As good as I've seen us play in one of these games for a little while, I feel like we're so close to achieving something quite decent in some of these more tough games. We really have played well. The first half we were really good, and the second half it just seems like it's fallen apart a little bit. Like it did against Celta Vigo in some respects. Yeah, they're just better than us today, unfortunately. Now they'll get a ball over the top. Huge gaps emerging, and this is going to be 3-1 to Benfica, you'd feel. Guedes, go on, Darlene, make the save, and he has. He's kept us in it, sort of, there. But they've deserved the win in the end. They've just been the better side. We caught them cold in the first half, I think, and just were able to... We were able to sneak ourselves a lead, and unfortunately, in the end, it's not quite happened for us. What change is going on? I'm going to get Cruz on for the last little run of this game, but I think it's probably too late. But again, we're not so much holding our own against these sides, but we're certainly not looking outclassed by big teams like Benfica and Manchester City. We were capable of getting a draw against Manchester City at home with this tactic. You never know what we're capable of doing at home against Benfica. For all we know, maybe we're actually capable of beating them at home. You never know. We managed to get a goal here. We managed to look okay for a whole half. I'm trying to find positives here, guys, trust me. It's difficult at this point, but there we go. We've lost 2-1. It's a shame, and the kit's working. I don't understand. It's like certain games, the kit is working, and certain games it isn't. Someone said it's because certain kits are banned from the Champions League because of sponsors or something. I don't know what that means, but that's, yeah, we can fault them. They did lose. They were, you've gone from 1-0 up at half-time to 2-1 down. It's not exactly the wonderfulest turn of events. But again, we're not looking completely outclassed by the teams in this group, which is good. There's positives. We've still got, remember, home games against Benfica and Celta Vigo to come. There's a lot more left in this group for us just yet. We've got most of the difficult fixtures out of the way, apart from City away. I think there's still hope of us maybe snatching a third spot in this group. I genuinely do. And I might actually live con those two games, since they're both they've got reasonable spreads. There's actually at least 3 fixtures between each one, potentially more as well with the Danish Cup 4th round. If we get through that against Viborg, we'll probably have another game in here somewhere. And I kind of want to live con both the Benfica game and the Celta one at home, just because those games matter the most to us, and I really want to show you guys that, and so we can experience this group that we're actually sort of still kind of in with a shot of actually doing something in, potentially at this point. I really want to show you that. So we'll probably do Benfica again in the next episode with some other games in between, because why not? Why not concentrate on the Champions League while we're in it? Stands to reason we're not going to be in it after Christmas, so I might try and marathon some of those league games and concentrate a bit more on Europe, because that's what really matters at the moment for us. So if you guys have enjoyed this video, do drop a like on it. That would be awesome. And if you are new to the channel, subscribe for more videos like this in your inbox every single day at 7 o'clock, and I will join you guys in the next episode for another game against Benfica. Hopefully we can do a little bit better. You never know. Even if we got a draw there, it would give us huge hope of beating Celta Vigo and taking 3rd spot in the group. That would be amazing. Anyway, I'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.